when we are asking ourselves the question of why can't I hear God? Jesus isn't the problem. If you find yourself in a moment of life and you're asking, why can't I hear God? Jesus, God is not the problem. You are. Hey, if that hurts your feelings, understand, I got to read it 3 times before I give it to you, so my feelings hurt too. Jesus is God, and God never stops moving. So when we go to Him in prayer, it's not God that is wrong. When God's not responding to our prayers, it's not God in the wrong. James, the apostle, writes, you ask and don't receive because you ask with wrong motives. In other words, in that moment, you were not with God. You were in the camp of the enemy. When you're in that moment, ask yourself, why can't I hear God? It's not because God's wrong, it's because you are, and it's because you are not in God's presence. You're in the camp of the enemy. And you're either in the enemy's camp as a prisoner of war or a participant in their war plans. When I mean you're a prisoner of war, it means that you profess faith in Jesus, but when the fears of life have surrounded you, in that moment you think God has abandoned you, and you begin looking to everything else to try and solve your problems, and you come to God last. That's to be in the enemy camp. When you allow doubt to drive your decision making, and you begin to play the game not to lose, here's a clue: you're losing. Trust me, I've watched a lot of football in my life. And the one thing I hate the most about football is when a team goes into what's called the prevent defense. You know what prevent defense does? It prevents you from winning the game. It's meant to just buy you time and let the clock run out. But every single time a defense goes into the prevent defense, what happens? The other team comes back. And either gets almost wins or they win. When we, as Christians, begin to play from a position of doubt, trying to play not to lose the game, we are going to lose the game because we're a prisoner of war in the enemy's camp. Because here's the truth. When you're fighting on the side of Jesus, you can't lose because Jesus has already won. So why are you playing like you're going to lose? When you start believing the lies of the enemy, like he's not there, he's far away, he's sleeping. When you fail to lift up your hands in worship in the midst of anything that's going on in your life, that means you are in the enemy's camp. And you're not with God. Now, the flip side of this could be you're a participant. You are working on behalf of the enemy. You are choosing deliberately to disobey God and do things your own way, and praying and asking God to bless you as you do it. God, I'm doing my thing, I'm just being me. Please protect me from myself because I'm dumb. And then you do it anyway. In that moment, you are not with God, you are in the enemy's camp, and you're not a prisoner of war, you're doing it because you're choosing to doing it. You are acting on behalf of the enemy. You are turned around. You're not hearing God speak to you because God's not the problem. You are, because you're facing the wrong direction.